Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to your June monthly reading. And wow, what a great month we're going to have here, because we are entering the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere and the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. So we're going to be playing a little game of hot and cold, if you ever did that as a child, where you are, hide something, and as you get closer to it, you're hotter, warmer, and then also, cold, you're getting cold as you get further away from it. So we're going to be asking Spirit a couple of things, like, what are you fiery, red hot on target with? What does Spirit want you to know that you are at your higher vibration? And then what are you icy blue cold about? What is unseen? Maybe what are you having some lower love vibration that you have an opportunity, if you want to raise that for a higher experience? There's no right, there's no wrong, there's just experience here. So it's not meant as going, pointing fingers. It's strictly what we're asking Spirit. What is unseen that could help me have a higher experience if I choose to accept that mission? Also, Mercury is fully direct now, so it's a great time to launch new things. Whereas before we were like revisiting things, revising things, maybe even planning things, but now is the time to launch. So excited for this as well. Of course, I have readings for each individual zodiac sign. If you want to check out like different areas of your life too, I'm going to pop up a little screen here. And this chart shows each of the planets and what part of our life they rule over. So if you know the zodiac sign for each of your planets in your birth chart, you can, look at and watch the video for that particular sign. If you don't know your sign, you can always get a birth chart for free online. There's a lot that are offered out there. I personally use astro.com. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but just a great group of people that offer it for free. So you can check that out as well. It's like looking out of a house, right? There's all these different windows, and you have the front yard view, the backyard view, the side views, the second story, third story views. And that's what all of these different planets give us, different aspects, different viewpoints, so we can get a clearer picture of our lives. So if you want to check those out, you can do that, but I'm going to jump in to your reading for this sun sign and any other planets right now. All right, Pisces, this is your reading for June, and I'm trying a new format that I'm super excited about. So let me know how you feel about how deep we're going in here, because I am excited. So we're going to do a hot and cold, like I talked about, and we're going to start off first with cold. Regarding your overall energies, what does Spirit want you to know that's unseen, or that might be at a lower vibration of love that you could increase if you want? So we're going to start there, and I'm using these archetype cards from the Wild Unknown series for this. So I'm just give these a shuffle, and let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know, Pisces. All right, it's this one right here. Okay. Just clear out some space over here. There we go. And you have the Vow. What a beautiful card here. And we'll put that right here in the middle-ish. Let's see if I can get it middle-ish. There we go. And then let's see what this brings in here for you. All right. So we have the vow, and this is about the promise, the oath, the contract. And when the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of the union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness, the laws of nature respond, and these promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. Wow. And it says here, there's some other things. Anytime the energy of the vow is present, we are in the archetypal realm of ceremony and ritual. And that means time stands still and anything is possible. Think of the last promise you made. Was it to yourself or another? Has it been upheld or broken? Because when you're in the light side, the higher vibrational energy of the vow, you're bearing witness to the shift towards destiny. And when we're in the darker side, the lower vibrational energies, we have unconscious vows, unkept promises, and messy karma. To go deeper into this energy, you can learn the yamas. It's Y-A-M-A-S. There are 5 vows of the seeker. So I like this. So this is basically Spirit saying that there's some, I feel we're focusing in on the unconscious vows, the vows that we made when we were younger, that are still bubbling down underneath the surface, still running and still impacting us to this day, right? So I like that. And then we are also going to hear, and we're going to go to these cards next, which is the heat side, which this is what Spirit wants you to know, that you're right on fire with. You're already vibrating at a higher level of energy for these. And we're going to use the Crystal Medicine Oracle to see what can help with this transformation of these unconscious vows. So let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know here. All right, I feel like it's this one right here. And you've got self-expression. I like this. I like it. Look at them speaking their truth. And we're going to put that right on top of here, just card number 26. And let's see what this brings in for you here. So you have attracted this card into your awareness today, as it is an important time of self-expression, a time to communicate your thoughts and feelings and anything else you may have been suppressing. So when you allow for flow in your self-expression, life has a way of feeling effortless and as though you are riding the wave of your soul. There are times when we feel the need to hold back and not share or express certain things, as we wish to not hurt other people's feelings and put ourselves at risk of rejection or conflict. This will only create blocks and imbalance and possibly give rise to feelings of not being worthy or good enough. I feel like that's what this is all about, right? The suppressing these vows. I vow never to be hurt again. I vow never to hurt others again. So I'm going to suppress myself, right? Have you been holding back due to being rejected? Do you feel you need to get something off your chest? Have you been getting issues around your throat? And do you struggle to find the right words? Are you holding back your thoughts in case it creates conflict? Well, it's time to put yourself first and express what's required for you to let go of this stagnant and stale energy. You're being encouraged to connect deeply with your feelings and honor your needs at this time. So tune into what you need to say and be sure to share from a place of truth and integrity. Drop into your heart and connect to the flow of your own energy and let go of what no longer serves. Speaking your truth is an act of courage and empowerment, and it's your time to embrace these traits. You will then experience a deeper sense of peace and well-being for yourself. And as you express yourself, you will feel a greater self-worth, empowerment, and sense of freedom. It's time to speak up and say what you need to say with love from the heart. And I, of course, love that the medicine that comes in here is water, you being a huge water sign, right? And it says water does bring life and it cleanses the soul. It has a huge presence covering 71% of the Earth's surface and also being found within the center of the planet. Water is truly sacred and beneficial to life and our existence here on Earth, as it feeds and sustains all living things. Water is essential to our agricultural system and food growing and plays an important role in the cycle of life. The ancients built temples around water and worshipped the water spirits as they understood its power. One of the 5 major elements that medicine people have been utilizing for thousands of years, water has its own consciousness and holds an abundance of qualities that we can tune into for assistance to help us in our day-to-day lives. It's represented as a feminine energy and connects strongly to our emotions and helps us to express. Water is a carrier of energy, and scientific studies have proven that water holds vibrations. Humans are made up of a large percentage of water, so it's important to stay hydrated and thus connected to ever-flowing universal energy that we are part of. Water expresses itself without fear of the outcome, so connect yourself to this powerful element to help you express what's required in your life at this time. Wow, beautiful. And then the stone or the crystal that can help you with this is Larimer, if I said that correctly, and it aids in self-expression, and it can help you let go of old, stale energy in the throat. It will also help you feel and express emotion. So this suppression that we had here, this vow that we had made to never be hurt again and never to hurt others again, created this barrier, this block in our throat of expressing ourselves, of expressing our true selves and hiding, right? Well, that is changing. Here it comes. We're also going to pull a couple tarot here. What I do, I take tarot decks and I split up the major arcana from the 4 suits of the minor arcana, which we'll get to here in a little bit. But I have 2 decks. One, the shadow, this is called the dark tarot, which this will be the cold, to give us more clarification on the cold. And then we have the, this is the naked heart tarot, which represents the hotter, the higher vibrational love there. So let's take a look here. If you notice that some of these black cards, they'll have, little tears here. And at first I was going to, clean them all up with, some sort of permanent marker or something. But Spirit said, no, it's important to know that even beyond behind the shadows, there is light. That's what's underneath here is light, right? So I like it. All right, so that's what they have. So let's take a look here and find out more about the vow. What else would you like us to know about what's hidden there under the surface regarding this vow? All right, I do want this one here. And you have the sun. Yeah, the subconscious, the unconscious. The sun is Leo energy. It is victory. It shines bright light on everything. So I like that they're wanting to know that there is things that want to be brought to light. And the Leo energy with it usually represents, of course, I'm just going to put this way, is like child energy, and it's inner child. So it's all about going back. The vows that were made were most likely the emotional inner child, 7 years old and younger. So if you want to focus on a period of your life on what vows were made and when did I experience pain that I didn't want to experience before, go back to that period of time. All right, so that is right in alignment with what we were talking about here. And then also here with the healing, with the medicine, what else can help us with self-expression and the bravery to move forward? Yeah, they do want this one here. So let's take a look and see what we've got coming in here. Yeah, so we have the Justice card, the balancing of the scales. And here is so perfect. Here's the Ace of Swords, which is speaking our truth. It is communication. It's connecting to the higher realm, seeing things from a higher perspective, connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm, in which allows us to balance out and cut away those small T truths that are rooted in the fears of losing conditional love, or fears of rejection, fears of failure. That's all those lower vibrational energies that we were talking about. So definitely it's connecting to the higher realms, and I like this coming in here. And we're going to put the hearts here in the middle, and we will dive in. So now where we're going to be heading here is into the four different compass points. And because, of course, I have followers in both the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere, these two can be reversed. We're going to start with the South and the North, but if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you can reverse it. So look at it and see what if it resonates, and maybe they both resonate for both hemispheres too. But we're going to start off with, I'm going to call this the South. And we are going to have a hot and a cold to let you know in this area of your life, because the South is fire. It is the suit of wands. And this is all about your focus in your life, your attention, your ambition, and your intention. Where are you intending and sending your energy? It is your energy in action, and it can be, the spirit energy, because this is kind of like the spirit world, the energetic world, and where we'll talk about down in the Northern Hemisphere, like job and career, this is more life purpose energy too. So again, we'll jump in here and with the light tarot, and let's see what you're on fire with, what you're just right in your higher vibration at. And this is, Spirit wanted to let this know, okay, they want this one for you, because they want you to see your, recognize what you're doing well and what you're, succeeding at and really feeling charged about. They don't want to just focus on, well, this is what you can, work on. They want to celebrate all the stuff that you're doing as well. So here we go. You have the Nine of Wands. Perfect. So this does say that you have moved beyond some boundaries already here. When you are looking at, these vows, these blocks, things that have held you back, you have made progress in stepping through these, resistances. You have cleared some of the suppressed things that have allowed you to move forward and to have that self-expression. So I like that. The Nine is the Hermit's journey. The Wands, of course, like I said, is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration. So what used to be nine wands blocking your way now is this wonderful opening, and you're able to move through it. So you have moved through blocks already in your life, and I like that. And then, of course, we're going to take a look here and see regarding this part of your life, the spirit world part of your life, and your your life purpose. Where could you move up your vibration in an area there, from the lower vibration to the higher? So for Pisces, okay, they do want this one right here. Yeah, and you have the Four of Wands. Yeah, so joy, celebration, movement forward. I like this card coming in because it's telling me that choosing what you love, like your life purpose, I feel like you've moved through different areas that have blocked you in, the stepping forward, etc. But I feel like with these stairs, this is still, it reminds me of the Hierophant card, which is the major arcana invitation to find your capital T truth. This is what we're talking about with the Justice card too. It is this discovering what it is and how you uniquely want to express your unconditional love to the world. Not, existing, but this is about living and choosing joy, choosing what makes your heart sing. So I like this. There's this clarification coming in here about choosing a life purpose, and really getting into that, out of the mind, out of the, the vow of, well, I don't want to rock the boat. I'm going to suppress and do what everyone thinks I should do. I don't dare step out and do something that I want to do. Well, this is what the Spirit is saying. This is an opportunity in your life to step up and step toward living a life purpose instead of existing. So I like that. We're also going to pull oracle cards as we go around in each area. And the oracle cards are just awareness or advice from Spirit on how you can transform the energies or anything that you can do in this world, the spirit world within this area of your life. And I'm using the Cosmic Journey Oracle for this section here. So let's take a look here and see for Pisces what they have here for you. All right, they do want this one. And you have bloom where you're planted. Yes. Look at that beautiful, beautiful card number 6 there. We'll put that right here. And I like that. Blooming where you are. Like, you don't have to do this huge, leaving everything, because that sometimes is what keeps us back, going, well, I don't have to revamp my entire life. Sometimes we don't have to, right? It says you are in exactly the perfect place. It may seem difficult to be on Earth during these accelerated times of learning. You may long for your place in the stars as you gaze at the night sky, but you were brought to Earth for a definite reason, life purpose, right? In fact, you picked it, even if you don't remember why. So embrace being part of and literally grown from this planet for the next collective evolution. Bloom where you're planted and bloom where you are planeted, like planet. These have a cosmic catalyst question, which you can ask yourself, what is the inside job I can do to create a greater impact in the world, exactly where I am already through my profession, my business, my community, my neighborhood, etc. Right? So start where you're at. Cosmic checkbox is something you can do if it resonates. Make a checklist of 10 different actions you can take within the next month after answering that cosmic catalyst question. So I like it. So this is the action. So perfect for what we were talking about there. All right. And then we have a pyramid here. We're just going to put that right on there. And then we're going to move into, like I said, to the north. And the north is the earth element. It is the pentacle suit. And that is more the physical world, where this is the upper spiritual world. This is the lower physical world. It has to do with your body, your money, your abundance, your job, your career, the outer world. And this is physical action. So this is energetic action, and this is physical action. So again, we're going to start off here. Let me just shuffle these up here, and we'll see, what does Spirit want Pisces to know? What are you right on, hot on fire with in your physical world? What are you vibrating at a high vibration already there? All right. Nope, none of those. Okay, I do want that one right there. And you have the Four of Pentacles. So very stable energies here, stable outside world. So as far as when it's coming here to the outside world and how you look at your worth in relationship to the outside world, this is a very stable type of energy, because it teaches us that when we define ourselves by like relationships or situations or things, we feel unstable because all of those things are unstable, because people, right, change, pass away, walk away. So the relationships are unstable. They're not forever. Things like, or situations like jobs, education, all that, they are always changing, so they're not stable. And then, of course, things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, aren't, they burn down, they blow up, they're stolen, they deteriorate, so they're unstable too. Eventually what happens, we turn inward and upward to find the unconditional love from above, which is eternal, pretty stable, right? Unconditional, nothing we can do to lose it. So there is this beautiful, beautiful energy that comes in of a solidity here. Think of a 4 as 4 big, like a table with 4 huge legs on it. It's a very solid foundation. So they're saying that you have really learned to define yourself more inwardly and not allowing the outside world stuff impact you. And then, of course, we'll look here into the dark or the black tarot here. And let's see what area in your physical world can you look at raising your vibration to a higher level to help bring some peace and some less chaos, right? Yeah, so you have the 5 of Spheres, which would be the 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles, of course, which comes right after the 4 of Pentacles, is it's like the lack card. It's feelings of abandonment, being left behind, being left out in the cold. And where we took the vow and we're like, I'm not worthy, that the vow that we have in our subconscious is saying that we may not feel worthy. We may not feel like we deserve to receive things, right? And so there's this, even though you're really have this solid energy in the outside world, in deep underneath the subconscious, kind of keeping some abundance away. So if you've been having a difficult time, with that, fighting against it, where you feel like there's like this forest field here, there is some stuff underneath. Like when we go and look at that vow and look back to those earlier childhoods, we'll be able to see things that are, pulling away and taking that away, right? That are making this feelings of worthiness lower. So this is an area that Spirit is going to, we can really open that up and then bring in so much abundance in your outside world. Let's take a look here at this Earth Magic Oracle and see what advice or awareness they have around that situation as well. So let's take a look here. All right. Nope, none of those. All right. That's the one right there. And we have rainbow blessings. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll put that right here. Let me just scooch this over a little bit. All right, and let's see, what does this rainbow bring in for you? A rainbow is created by the collaboration of sunlight and water, right, in the atmosphere. The water droplets become tiny prisms that collectively diffuse and disperse light into a ribbon of colors that is the essence of every hue we're capable of perceiving on this planet. Rainbows symbolize many things, including good luck, a bridge to heaven, and abundance. It's difficult for any of us to ignore the majesty of a rainbow and the gentle power inherent in its display. It's such a simple blending of the elements coming together in perfect visual harmony to create one of the most beautiful sights in all of creation. Although there are diverse meanings attributed to the sight of a rainbow, a common thread is that it offers blessings. The artist of this image created this rainbow to commemorate a friend who had just died, and she worked on it whenever she felt her love and appreciation for her friend. The blessings he brought to the world and to her life, often after a spell of tearful grief. I love it. So the storm has passed and it's time to enjoy the refreshing beauty of this cycle. And even though it has been difficult to appreciate any sense of purposefulness in what you have endured lately, you can now, as they say, count your blessings. Do not just look at the brighter side, adhering to some academic mantra that has no heart or depth, but do so slowly and with genuine gratitude that is expressed up close and personal. This ever-evolving process of life itself is a blessing, an opportunity to exist as a human being on Earth. The planet is a beautiful garden, even if it does not always appear to be so. Sometimes it's only when you look back at a memory of an experience that you can truly see the blessings that have come from them. Bless your difficult or painful experiences and let them go. Wow. So those painful experiences we had, we can look at that, the transformation, and let them go, right? And allow it to bring in blessings, because it is our pain, it is our focus on what's missing in our life that we invite more things to miss in our life. That's something that you learn up here with this Nine of Wands too, is whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. So when we fear something's going to come into our life, we draw it in. We fear something's going to leave, it repels. Or like I said, you feel like you're missing something in life, like abundance, we push it further away. But there's this underlying belief systems too on the rate of exchange of abundance and love that you learned when you were 7 years old and younger. That vow is also related to our, I call it the rate of exchange of love, because someone taught us when we were younger, 7 years old and younger, that when we wanted their attention, we had to do extreme things to get very little. And that's where this abundance comes in, where it feels very, we have to do so much to get so little. And underneath that vow, underneath the subconscious, is where we still have that belief, because we haven't brought it up to look at it. We were children, we didn't know any better, so we feel we have to give 1,000 love coins to get 1 love coin back. But when we consciously bring that up, this capital T truth, right? We bring it to the surface and we question, who was it that I felt I had to overgive to? Parents usually are the usual suspects, right? Because all parents are so busy when they're having children, trying to make sure they have, a roof over the head and food, and trying to make sure all the children are having attention, the partners, family, everyone else. There's so much going on. They don't have a whole lot of extra to give. And so children usually do have to give so much to get so little. But when we just took that rate of exchange as truth and put it down underneath, that's why we have that. But if we bring it to our consciousness, then we can, as soon as we recognize who it is, we're able to go in and edit that 1 to 1,000 and bring it down to 1 to 1. And that's what brings in blessings. That was what changes us from these feelings of lack and feeling abandoned, and it brings in abundance in here. So I love this. We're going to put beautiful amethyst rock and the tree of life here over that. And then we move here into the east. So we are going to move over here, and the east is air element, and it's the suit of swords. This, of course, is the mental world. So it's our minds, our thoughts, our beliefs, the stories we apply to the moments. And then also it can be education as well. So, let's take a look here. I mean, you already had the Ace of Swords in the center there with the Justice card. But let's see what you're hot on fire in your mental world. What has been just an amazing heightened experience or work that you've done in your mental world? Yeah, 3 of Swords. So you have looked into a lot of your heartache and pain, but there still is some line underneath, obviously, with that other, but you have really questioned thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, those supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts of the past that kept you restricted, kept you small, which we knew that you did some of that work here with the 9 of Wands. So let's see what other area you could possibly look at to raise the vibration. Okay, I do want this one here. Yeah, 10 of Swords. So there is a lot. I mean, we are given a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must when we're younger. So this is just saying there's still some of those beliefs underneath. You've dealt with a lot of them. And the 10 does tell you you're on the verge there, that you're so close to letting them go, because 10 is endings and new beginnings. That person isn't dead, they're just exhausted, trying to live up to everyone's supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and musts, that you're ready to let that go. This vow is part of all this, right? That you're ready to let go of all these rules which originated as popular opinions of everyone else, that again we as children just took on as our own, made them our own opinion, our own habit, and then our own reaction to things. So you have been doing obviously this inner work, but there's just a little bit more to look at here. And we're going to use the numerology guidance cards here. And let's see what other advice or awareness they want you to bring around your mental world to help with the releasing of these expectations, right? And we have moderation, balance, like we had in the middle with the Justice card, a huge balancing card to come in. So I like that. Let me just scooch these out a little more. All right. And let's see what that brings in here for you. Another 5 here. You had the 5 of Pentacles. So I like this releasing type of energy when you add the 1 and the 4 together. And this says, this card indicates a need to exercise restraint and self-control in every area of your life. Perhaps you're overeating, drinking too much alcohol, smoking, over-medicating, or taking drugs, overspending, exercising excessively, consuming too much sugar or coffee, gambling or other overindulging, or engaging in obsessive or aggressive behavior. If so, this card serves as a gentle and loving reminder that behaviors such as these can delay manifestation of your dreams, because these are things of fear that you're trying to do, and fear takes us away from gratitude. When we focus on gratitude, like we talked over here, then we have more things to be grateful for brought into our life. But as we talked about, when we focus on our fears, it takes things away from us or brings in the stuff we don't want, right? So this card does indicate a need to balance your desire for freedom and adventure with your responsibilities, because by honoring your commitments, you will prevent the building of karmic debt. By choosing to live as your higher self rather than giving into your lower tendencies, you align with Source and the intentions of your soul. Everyone has a shadow side that needs to be acknowledged, embraced, and loved. That's what we're talking about. But when you learn to rise above it, you can make your dreams come true. So in order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to exercise temperance and moderation. Have the courage to seek professional or divine assistance if needed. You don't have to go it alone. You can call upon your heavenly helpers for inner strength and courage. And with temperance and moderation, the affirmation for this says, with temperance and moderation, I create balance in my life. So it's about coming back from, kind of like you talked about here too, about having so much focus on trying to live up to the supposed to's and shoulds and need to's of our life, that we just feel like we can't live our dream. We can't go in those directions. So I like the moderation and how this is, clearing up things and allowing you to have this balance and realize that you can still stay where you're at in a way until it becomes too much, where you have to go live your dream and you have to leave where you're at, because that's usually what will happen, right? We could start where we're at, but then we're just like, we get so excited about living instead of existing, it changes things. But I like the moderation coming in for now, because it does allow you not to feel like you have to make these huge changes in your life, right? It's all about moderation and moving forward. You don't have to make a huge leap. All right, and then we move to the West, which is the final suit of cups. It's water energy, and that is the heart world. It's our emotions, our love, our relationships, right? So we'll take a look here and see where in your life here What does Spirit feel like you're right on fire with a high love vibration regarding your heart energy? All right, so for Pisces, which of course, this is your suit again, you know, the water to the water coming in here. Yeah, and you have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a very nice nostalgia card. It does tell you that you have looked at your past. And this can also indicate that in the month of June that you have someone from your past come back into your life in a positive way. I don't feel like it's a negative thing. It's going to show you, I feel like, who you've become. Like you're going to be able to see them, recognize them, and you're going to see here that, you know, with all of this transformation that you're doing, you're seeing that you're no longer the person that you were back then. And there's this release, this change here too. And because this is a general reading, some of you might have someone come into your life that has like a past life connection where you feel like you've known them before, like you're bumping into an old best friend coming in too. So I like this. There's this energy that's coming in that you are flowing with the past. You've transformed the past, because something else that the Six of Cups tells me is that there's like old painful emotions that you've transformed into seeing it from a place of love, right? And we'll see what else here in your emotions. Obviously, we talked kind of about this already with the vow that there are some emotions down there that are bubbling that can be brought to the surface. Let's see what they want you to know here, though, more specifically. All right. So here we go. And you have the Five of Cups. Yeah, another five. Five is a transformation. It is knowing that, you know, usually there's three cups. Well, here they are right here. So you have three cups, upside down, which are spilled, and then the Two of Cups here. And this does have a message of, again, you've learned to transform emotions already because you have the Six of Cups. So this is more of a reminder that you do have the choice every moment of what emotion you want to feel. Because something that helps transform these emotions like you did here is when you realize every moment is of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love, that when you have an old, you know, painful memory, that was not of unconditional love, so it's of fear. And when you realize that, then you realize, okay, the person that was acting out of fear, the things they did and the things they said were not intentional toward me. They were just because their child self was freaking out, right? And it wanted to feel safe and get back in control again. So it was doing all its crazy things it felt it needed to do that a 2-year-old would do in order to get back in control. But the Two of Cups tells us that we get to choose. We get to transform and choose each moment. Is it going to be of unconditional love or fear of losing conditional love and fear of failure, you know, fear of rejection? So this is this opportunity to be more aware that of the emotions that we're choosing, and that we sometimes, you know, like we talked about, we take on the popular opinion of how we're supposed to feel in a situation, but we're like, nope, I don't have to feel that way. I get to choose how I feel about it. So I like the empowerment that comes in here that allows you to transform even more emotions here. All right, and then your final card for this reading is going to be from the Journey of Love Oracle. And let's see what their final message is here for advice and awareness around your emotional world there. Okay, it's going to be this one here. And you've got Her Grace, card number 17. Beautiful, beautiful card. And we're going to put that right here. And let's see what comes in here with that. Yeah, the goddess is awakening in your life. It may be within your own body, within a sensual deepening of a relationship with your own body or with the body of another, through expanding creativity, a sudden burst of feeling that you cannot logically explain, a desire to move, to dance, to express yourself, to sing, to write music, to draw, to play in nature, to swim, and to collect shells and lie on your back in the moonlight, gazing at the stars. Let her reach you. She's calling to you from the ancient times, calling you to allow her more deeply into your life. Celebrate the divine feminine. She's coming to life for you. Whether man or woman, your life is about to be touched by her magic, never to be the same again. This oracle brings you a message. There is a woman who brings divine blessings into your life, who's trying to connect with you more deeply. The blessings may be one that is obvious or one that is hidden in a challenge. The woman may be your own body if you're a female, or your own inner feminine if you are male. It may be a spiritual or physical being, the great mother, your lover, your sister, or your dearest friend. It may be a woman as yet unknown to you, but who holds a soul contract with you, an agreement predestined to awaken you. The empowerment will come to you not by rejecting what is offered by this feminine presence, but by embracing it and finding your truth through it. This is exciting because it means you are growing. You are entering into the feminine temples of wisdom and finding a home there. Wow. I love it. So definitely some divine feminine energy coming in here, bringing in these blessings, helping this. And this could be maybe the person coming from your past, for some of you coming in here too. So I like this for you. It's so freeing. It feels like I said, very empowering, because there's like this vow that has kept you limited, that, it's like a vow of restriction in a way, because I vow never to be hurt again or hurt anyone else. So I'm going to stay like a turtle in my shell, but I'm not going to travel anywhere or do anything. I'm just going to be in here. And you started to stick your legs out and you've been making movement. But I feel like this is a huge transformation, a huge change. There's some last things that have chaining you down. It's like the last sandbag that's keeping the hot air balloon to the ground. And once you look into this, there's this huge movement, a flooding of blessings, and this movement into your life of change. So I am loving this for you, Pisces, and that is what they have for you for June. And if you're looking for more messages of love from above, there's a couple things that you can do. First, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. That tells me that you're enjoying these videos, but it also tells YouTube that you are, and they'll bring more similar videos to you. The second thing that you can do is click that subscribe button, and that does give you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there's an option for all when you go into your settings. And if you select that, two things happen. One, you'll be notified right away when I put out new readings. And two, you're also notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. Currently, I go every Wednesday through Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And then also, additionally, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Also, doing all this stuff, it helps spread the Zen love, and you're part of the love tsunami, because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so crazy, giddy, happy, excited, wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you are inspired to do any of those things I mentioned, please know I'm ever so grateful. And these readings are general readings. If you want even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings at a reasonable rate. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful soul, as you're going throughout each and every moment of every day of your adventure, please know that every second you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So have an amazing journey. I'm sure we'll be talking soon. In the meantime, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care.